wondered where the term spooning comes from? I used to think that spooning was a dirty word, and I would hear people use it, and I didn't want to ask what it meant because it always sounded weird. Anyway, imagine Wales in the 1600s. The latter half of the century, to be more exact. You're just some guy, and you kind of like this girl next door, and you're thinking that you might maybe want to court her. Or persuade her to marry you, as one does. Luckily it's winter and you don't have to be outside all day working on the harvest. So you've got some free time. You get a block of wood and a knife and you start carving this really pretty, intricate spoon. There's not a lot of consensus on why this tradition started exactly. Some people think it's because the peasants in this area didn't have money for nice metallic spoons. On the other hand, wood was readily available. And you need spoons, they're a culinary staple. And you can't just have one spoon in your house, so you're carving spoons a lot of the time. So why not take something that you were already going to do and then make it into a really pretty gift for somebody? And spoons have this symbolism, they're strongly associated with the home. So giving one to a girl suggested starting a life together. There's some argument as to whether or not the spoon is meant to be a proposal of courtship, a proposal of marriage, or if it's a gift specifically to be given on the wedding day. Either way, it's a gift that in the early days was meant to be a practical one. Not only do you get this beautiful carving of a spoon that indicates my undying love for you and how many children we will have, but you will also be able to use it to eat cereal when we live together. The carvings on the spoons meant different things as well. Hearts, of course, represent love. Anchors meant stability. Dragons show the carver's promise to protect their spouse. And as you would expect, the beauty in the design is a good way for a guy to show off how skilled a craftsman he is. The intricacy of the carving and the amount of detail that went into it would also represent the depth of the love felt for the recipient. While the tradition of spoon carving has had some difficulties in the 20th century, it seems to be regaining popularity. However, they're not really used as actual spoons anymore. They're really just meant to be hung on the wall as art. By the way, all the spoons that I show here, I'll be linking to in the description box. Now you might be wondering how we got from Welsh love spoons in the 1600s to the verb spooning nearly 400 years later. Most likely where we get the cuddling definition for spooning is from one of the earlier definitions of spooning, which meant to show love for a person, to flirt, to court, etc. The Oxford English Dictionary says that the earliest use of the phrase to spoon comes from Harper's Magazine in 1887. Two persons in each bunk, the sleepers spooning together, packed like sardines. As far as I could find, this is the earliest known recording of the word spooning used as we think of it today. Likely this definition evolved from the broader definitions that meant, to flirt, as I discussed earlier. And those definitions most likely came from the tradition of Welsh love spoons. So there you go. I know it's still a few days before Saturday, but to all of you watching, happy Valentine's Day. Even if you're not with somebody romantically right now, don't think that means that you can't celebrate Valentine's Day. And don't let anybody else convince you of that either. Watch cheesy movies with your friends, go out to dinner, do something that you love doing. But most importantly, don't use Valentine's Day as an excuse to hate on yourself because of whatever your relationship status might be. The Princess will see you next Wednesday.